Hey everyone, this is Tommy coming to you from the beautiful Gold Coast. Again, it's early in the morning and the best time of the day. So I know a lot of you wouldn't agree with that, but you get all your thinking done now and you set the pace for the rest of the day. I just listened to a wake-up call by someone that a hell of a lot of people admire. He's the co-founder of MLSP and his name is Brian Fernelli, and he talked about you cannot let yourself think you are not worthy. And I listened to this wake up call 3 times. Like they go up to half an hour, so it only must have been like 15-minute call because I've listened to it back here. So I was just going to say I wasn't out having a jog for 1.5 hours, but geez, a lot of things ring home, and it doesn't matter how what stage of your life that you are in. But for instance, like you don't want to be working for 50 years in a job that I see it around me, and I'm sure you see it around where you live, and people just sit in their comfort zone. Sure, you've got to have an income, and you've got to pay the life's bills. You've got to pay the mortgage, the rent, the school fees, the food, and hopefully have some left to save up for a holiday. But so many people get caught in the rut, and I did 10 years in the military, and I was fortunate. I got out and got into jobs that weren't really jobs. I skipped a dive, but I was a dive instructor, and skipper used to do week-long, 2-week trips out into the Coral Sea. Carried 26 passengers and 11 crew. So that's not a job. That's lifestyle. Had a ball. 8 years I spent working for Mike Ball. That was Mike Ball Dive Expeditions up in North Queensland, and good part of my life. And then after that, I wanted to make the big money. I got a job working offshore oil and gas, and I wasn't actually working on the platforms or the rigs. I skipped the rig tenders, taking out the big containers and equipment, and they used to take it off the back of the vessel with the cranes out there. So that was well, it probably was a job, but it was fun. It was challenging, and it was great money. So I used to fly around and party and have a good time. I only worked 5 months of the year, but working offshore, you get paid 12 months. Every week there's money in your bank account. And a bit like I know a lot of people in network marketing. I've been in network marketing since 1998. I've been with the same company since then. Been in a couple of others, and still buy those products because they're just outstanding products. And people have just got to get their heads around. I know a lot of you listening are in network marketing, but so many people think, oh, it's one of those pyramid schemes. And I have put a blog out. Just what is a pyramid scheme? Well, every business is a pyramid scheme, but the good thing about network marketing, as you know, you can make more money than the people above you. It's up to your efforts. It's up to you. So there's no fairer system than that, and that's what education's all about. Just trying to get people around that notion of it's one of those schemes. You don't get involved in that. But it's getting bigger. The momentum is huge, and it's been around for over 60 years. So I don't see the big deal about it. But we're all taught to get an education, go through school, and get a job. So as you get older, you realise that what you learn at school, 80% of it you've probably forgotten anyway, and it wasn't really relevant. Maths. I was a great maths student, an A student in maths. But what did cosine and sine and trigonometry have to do with what I needed in life? I don't know. It might be good if you go to university and you're going to be a maths teacher, I suppose, but for the majority of us, not much. And I just switched. My young son's 14, Harry, just switched schools, and he was in a private school, and I found that the values there. They just changed headmasters this year, and they changed the middle school manager. And I found the values I didn't realise how bad they got, and all of a sudden, like, Harry's been there 6 years, and excels in sport there, basketball especially, but athletics, and and they don't run a sports excellence program or basketball excellence program there. You've got to put in the time before and after school, so a lot of hours, and it's half an hour away, so got to drive him down there every day, pick him up every day, and as well as work around the basketball. Your life's just taken up with driving up and down and basketball. So Harry got a detention this year. Now, Harry's never been in trouble. He's got the heart of gold, and I never met this guy Van Bruggen, but I've just got this vision in my head, like this guy must be a little Hitler. He's just on a power craze, because when I looked in a bit further, he's got no respect from any of the kids that are in middle school. I know it's a generalisation, but a lot of parents and kids that we know they're not happy this year. And then I looked into it further and just realised, he was just an outright bully. He just handed out detentions like they were like lollies, just because he wanted to exercise his authority. How wrong is that in this day and age? Like, I put up with that when I was at school. And when I was at school, we got the cane, and power hungry. Looking back at how power hungry these adults were, they just wanted to exercise their discipline over children, no matter how good or how bad. I know there's up the skull or down the skull, but anyway, he got quickly snapped up by a school just across the bridge here, and they run an excellence program, the basketball excellence, and as soon as the coach has played basketball in the top league in America and around Europe, and it was lucky Harry did an academy of sport program with him last year. It was outside school hours and outside his school, and got to know this coach a lot better, the school teacher coach, and as soon as I won't mention his name, but as soon as he found out that we were on the look out for another school, he snapped Harry up straight away. He says, "Yep, straight into the basketball excellence program, and then straight into the sports excellence program." So he gets to play basketball, and they want him to play rugby now. And he hasn't decided, I don't think, fully on which other sport he's going to do that, but he does it during school hours, which he just loves. If he could do sport 5 days a week, he'd be happy. But I'm saying that he needs to keep his grades B+ up, and if he doesn't, he's out. So it's an amazing program. I truly wish I was at this school when I grew up, because I went through like a present. My school had barbed wire pointing inwards. It didn't point outwards to keep people out. It pointed inwards to keep the kids from climbing over the fence and ducking off home or nicking off early. It was crazy looking back at what I put up with at school. It was in the western suburbs of Sydney, a place called Beerwah. Boy. But as a kid you don't know any better, and that's life. So I guess that's why when I was 15 I made my mind up to get out of that scene and join up the 10 years. So that 10 years I spent was excellent. It gave me the grounding for life, and I joined up and did an apprenticeship, and then changed over to a specialised branch that was the stepping stone for everything I did after that, the teams that I was in, and then working offshore and doing the things that I did. So but just finish off with Brian Finale. Just talked about his life. In 2008 he was dead broke, and a musician, couldn't really afford enough to buy the round of drinks for his band, and that's in 2005 I think he said. So he scratched around with network marketing for the next few years, and then over a few beers they came up with MLSP, and it's just firing now. A lot of success stories out with MLSP, the success stories of people online, that's where they found their roots, MLSP, and it's just an amazing platform. Now, Brian Finale also talked about changing your mindset. So people that talk about they don't think they're worthy, that's, a lot of that is just programming, and you can tell Brian's right into it, because if you start changing and reprogramming your mind, everything is possible. So people that say, they come up with excuses, or they don't think they're worthy, that's changeable. You've just got to reprogram and start believing in yourself. Start believing that you are worthy and everything is possible. So I won't go on much further with that. It's 10 minutes already. So that's just a few thoughts for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Share it, make a comment, private message me, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for listening.